Hello everyone, so we're going to be doing something a little different today. This is the exploration of Warsim's face generation system as opposed to any kind of main gameplay features. So we're not even going to actually start a new game, we're just going to be going through the extras menu and exploring the different procedural generation facial systems we've got. So as you've probably seen by the title, there are 202 quadrillion different faces possible. Now it's not clickbait, that's genuine. I had to calculate it up manually and it's bloody hard work, but the total number is actually 202 quadrillion, 201 trillion, 887 billion, 548,368,470, and that number is damn accurate. It's spread among 39 different racial face types, and we can actually even see it being used here. So this is a random face, and to actually demo it, if I press any number other than the options displayed here, it'll generate us a new one, and they're all visibly different. So human faces are the most diverse with 179 quadrillion different kinds, so they make up the vast majority of the face generation's randomness. Although every other race also has significant randomness. For example, Orcs have only 62 billion. Oh no, sorry, that's trillion. 62 trillion different races possible. So, okay, let's delve into it anyway. So we'll go to the extras and generators menu. We're going to go random generators, and we're going to select number 8, which is random face generators. So as you see, we've got 3 pages here. We've got a lot of stuff. Now we'll see what we're doing for time. We might not make it through all of them, but we're going to start off with the human faces. So how the face generator works is it basically slots together different face types, different parts. So we'll have a forehead part, we'll have a eyebrow part, we'll have eyes, nose and ears, upper lip, mouth and chin. And each of these are split in different files, and then the game will pull one random piece from each file that's relevant to one race or another. And what you'll end up with is a unique face. So what we've got here, and this number below is actually accurate. If I were to alter the files, it would recalculate the number for me, because can you imagine having to work that out manually? Oof, not a good look. So obviously, as with any kind of generation stuff like this, it is a gimmick. Beyond, I would say, 1,000 faces, you're not really going to see anything that you're going to remember as being vastly different. If you see enough of them, and you're not going to remember that many, 1,000 faces would be good enough. So having a generation system like this is really just, a flex more than anything, and it's just kind of showing off. And I appreciate that. And some people who are maybe more into the gameplay of the game and other things like that would rather effort be put into there, and I can appreciate that. As I say, this has been a game that's been worked on for years and years and years, and the face generation system has been a sort of pet project among loads of other things that has been developed alongside primary game mechanics, so it hasn't really sapped much from the time. But in my opinion, knowing that these 2 faces right here will guaranteed, like fact, never again be seen by any player, it is absolutely impossible to find these in any procedure generation again. I would say you are literally more likely to win a lottery every day of your life than to get these again, like, for sure. And all of these faces I'm skipping through will never be seen again. Now you'll see like similarities, you'll see parts of these faces again in other faces, for sure, but you're not going to see those same faces again. Nothing that I'm skipping through right now will ever reoccur on the screen, so some of these guys are having really short screen time. But yeah, it's virtually impossible. If you look at the amount of them, there are 179 quadrillion. It would take an immense amount of time to sift through even a fraction of a percentage of these, which I think also makes it really cool that there's so few, there's such a small chance of ever even having something similar to anyone else, which makes the game world a little bit more unique and a little bit more yours. So now moving on to my favourite race, Orcs. The face generation system here used to be a little different. I can actually show you what that used to look like. It's not that massively different. I split it into a different race called the Orcs, but these guys look goofy, their mouths aren't so defined. Like these are supposed to be their mouths. It's not so good in my opinion. They're not a good looking group. I kept these old faces just for the sake of it and renamed the race Orcs with a K instead of a C, because, hey, we can do that. However, the new Orc face generator is personally my favourite because they each have personality. So, for example, in this one, the guy's got short eyes, he's got a little mouth, he's got this little X on his head, and this guy above, they do look quite different. I skip another lot. So, this one's got a little quiff on his head, and a mole on his chin. And this one has some sort of strange beard at the bottom. And they've got different chin structures even. This guy's hooks in, this guy's comes out along his ear. We've got another guy again. This guy's wearing some kind of circlet on his head, and he's got a deranged looking eye here. This guy's eyes are further apart and he has a strange thing on his head. They've got different hairstyles. You know, there's like visible variation in each one. They both got molds, but they're in different places. This guy's got a short mouth. He's got a strange like bulge out coming out of his head. This guy's got earrings. It's unusual. This guy's got slot things in his ears and a single tooth. The chins are different here. This guy's got a very jaggedy chin. This guy's got a very straight edge. They're very, very visibly different. This guy's thick head, and he's actually got an open mouth, and this guy's flat. And yeah, I just really love the variation of them, to be honest. And there's only 62 trillion orcs, so it's not the same level of depth as the human generator, but it's still really good in my opinion. And now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to skip through these. So there's 36 billion giants. We've got 30 trillion goblins. Don't like goblins that much. We were limited because their faces are shorter, so we had to do the neck thing. We've got 4 billion mermen, so pretty small. And liches, one of my favorite. I love these kind of zombified skeletal creatures because we have more to work with in the face generator, so I was able to do a lot more. And that's just to delve into it really. Like, there's a lot of different things. There's 32 billion cyclops, 7 trillion demons, 100 million lizardmen, 252 billion demigods, 1 trillion dwarves, 7 billion elves, 1 billion vampires, 1 billion minotaurs, 1 trillion ogres, 332 billion gnomes, 7.7 billion, trillion zombies, 70 billion trolls, and so on. And that's literally just half of the races, maybe less. It's a lot of work to even show this off, but this has been years and years in the making, and I really think it does end up reflecting in the game and making it just extra random. You'll never see any of these faces again. And even crazier is that when these are implemented in game, they're implemented along with whatever random races are related to them. So you could get a race of deformed vampires, for example, and their faces will not look like the faces you see in this generator because they'll be modified. So a deformed face will just randomly remove a line. So you'll get some really weird looking stuff. And I've actually got a demonstration of that. So here we go. So this image here shows off some of the weird possible random races. So this is a regular Cthulhu face. This is what they all look like. But over here we've got a mini Cthulhu. So this is one with several of its face things taken out. So it's missing one of these. It's missing like one of its forehead parts and stuff like that. We've got eyeless golems. So I can actually show you what the golems look like. I think they're on the next page. Here we go. So this is a golem, so they do have eyes. And if we hide the game again for a second, you'll notice that they've just got a big eyebrow. We've got mask blurokey, so that's just a random mask generation system here. We've got bronze snotlings, so we saw what goblins normally look like. Snotlings are the same thing. And a bronze one has bronze skin. We got two-headed corpse lords, so these are the same faces as Cthulhu's. We've seen the kappas. This is a fungus kappa, so he's green. This is a human face, an aeromancer, but he's red. So there's small differences for some of them. That's a short human, mini men, yellow half giants. These are youthful harpies, so they're normally bigger than that. These are pale gogs, so normally they'd be green. We've got chasm zombies, three-headed vampires. Again, sightless bogeymen, so it's another zombie thing, but instead it's got no eyes. Lava trolls, so they're red. Arctic men, so they've got that sort of skin color. And it's little differences, but they do end up making some like real big variation. And yeah, so it's interesting seeing things that actually surprise me in game as well, which is possible. But that's been more or less like a little toe dip into the face generator. Obviously, as you can see, there's significantly more stuff here to show off. But this is more of a shorter video, just delving into it and showing it off. If you'd like to see more, check it out in the game. If you've got the game itself, you can pop into the generators at any time in game or in the menu and have a look at all kinds of different things. It's not just face generators. There's unit names, hero names, race types, buildings, masks, quests, helmets, everything, monsters, all sorts of crap. So basically every generator in the game is accessible here for you to mess around with and have a little look at. So the game is Warsim, the Realm of Aslona. If you don't have it and you're watching this, it's on Steam and it's on itch.io. It's been worked on for many years. There's a lot of work gone into it, and if you're into RPGs and you can put up with the graphics that you're seeing right now, it's definitely worth your time. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you can think of anything else that maybe I've missed or that you'd like to see. And that's it. Thanks for watching.